Tough way to see the season come to an end. We're obviously disappointed, but as I told the kids after the game, what we set out to do as a group and as a program, we'll continue to work towards always, and that is to try to be great at something and find the best we have to offer each and every day. And these last 2 weeks, these kids have done an unbelievable job of doing that for us and for each other, for the school, the program. And I'm incredibly proud of the way that we played our way into this situation to begin with, the way that we played to get here, and really the way we played once we got here. Today wasn't an easy day for us. We played a very good offensive team that did a great job of putting the bat on the ball, and it is what it is. So we never quit. We handled ourselves with class. We competed hard. These two seniors to my left and the rest of the young men that came in with them. If every 4 years our group can have the experiences these kids have had, we're in an awfully healthy place. And when I look at all their contributions to OSU, academically, personally, socially, and certainly on the baseball field, I'm amazingly proud of them, and I want to celebrate them and thank them for just unbelievable commitment to the program. Both these kids here to my left could have signed and played professional baseball last year. They stayed, and they stayed to continue building what we've started. And I'm just grateful to them. I'm proud of them. And, the postseason's tough. If you don't keep winning and go all the way, whether your season comes to an end today or tomorrow, if you're not advancing on, we're all sitting here doing this at some point. And we understand that, having been through the tournament several times. So I'm just proud of my team. Compliments to Oral Roberts. They played a great game, and this was obviously a great regional. So with that being said, we'll take all the great things these kids have done, and we'll build on them and celebrate them. And we'll keep moving forward as a program and trying to grow and get better from it.
Questions for the student athletes? We'll start down in front to the left here.
Yeah, this is for Tyler. Or you got shut out last night, but they've obviously been a pretty good offensive team all year. Just what did you think of them today, and what made them so effective with the bats?
They just know how to hit. I mean, we didn't make the pitches that we needed to, but they're a good hitting team. I think we've played them something like 14 times since I've been here, and they're a good ball club. They could compete in any Power 5 conference.
Just to the right, guys.
Brian, I know losing the last game of any season is always tough. How much different is it as a senior?
It's a lot different. It sucks, but I can hold my head high. We could have quit before we went to face OU, and we decided to fight. And I feel like the one thing that we came in as a group, me, Cobb, Buff, everyone, we said we wanted to leave this place better than we found it, and I think that ultimately we've done that, and I'll be able to hold my head high. So,
go ahead,
Tyler. Question for you. Coach mentioned the last week or 10 days or whatever it was to get to this point, winning some games. Talk about maybe some satisfaction in that, and is that something that maybe something that you could hang on to going forward about this season?
Absolutely. I mean, winning with the guys is what this program is built on. I think our class can very proudly say we play for one of the best programs in the country. Historically, this is the place to be for baseball, and we got a taste of that the last 20 days. And so the younger guys now know what it's going to feel like when they do it next year.
Go ahead.
Ryan, if you would, last night's game, does that come with any carryover, any hangover at all today?
No. Obviously that I would have to say that's probably the toughest loss I've ever been a part of. To the quick change of emotion, it's definitely something that you got to just put behind you and come out the next day on fire. And I really thought that we would, and there was really nothing we could do. They were hitting sliders in the dirt, opposite field, 0-2. They were doing things with the bat that I just haven't seen in my whole career. So props to them, and the way we respond to all the adversity this year. I thought we'd come out and be just fine, and we would have been. They just they had a little bit better of an edge today. So,
any more questions for the student athletes? Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Questions for Coach? Right in front.
Sort of the same question. Such a difficult loss last night and then you have a delay to get started today. I don't know what that's like.
Well, I mean, if you could go back and flip yesterday your direction, I'm sure it would have created a totally different emotion. But you can't. And I, by the time we got back to the hotel, I told the kids when they got off the bus, all right, you're not allowed to be sad anymore. That happened. It's over. But what we can do is get ready for tomorrow, and please let it go. Don't feel guilty about having dinner and getting back in the mood again and getting in a good, energized state of mind, because it's over. It happened, and that's how you have to handle those tough losses. And I thought we showed up today ready to play. I mean, the delays they're part of it. It's something we've been a part of a lot in the last, really all spring. So I don't really feel like there are any excuses, to be honest with you. I thought we were ready to play, and we were matched up with a quality opponent who lost a tough game last night and had to flip right back around. So sometimes you go out there on a given day and on the field, and the team you play against plays better, and they swung the bat well today, and you tip your cap to them. I give them credit. They're a good ball club. We know them well. They're a good team, and I'm so proud of our kids, though. Like I said, I've watched these kids go through so many highs and lows, and come out on the other end of this thing really in a positive position. And just to hear those kids talk selflessly about leaving behind an opportunity for the younger players to have a greater understanding of this moving forward and caring about the greater good is, these guys are getting it, and they're leaving here better themselves, and they have left this place better. And I think these kids have played in a World Series. They've won a regular season Big 12, a postseason Big 12, 4 regionals, 2 super regionals. A lot of kids have already graduated. I mean, these kids are awesome. They're awesome, and I'm proud of them. I don't walk out of here my head down. I'm disappointed we don't get to keep playing, but you have to earn that, and we simply weren't able to do that the last 2 days.
Let's go right to your right.
Josh, I assume you're not surprised by the fight your team had in those middle innings, especially down 10-1 at one time.
Yeah, we didn't make it easy for them. I mean, our goal was to make them get in their bullpen and push them to the very end, and we did that. They were. I don't think they were ever comfortable until probably the last out. And in this park, if you hit some balls hard in the air, you can put a 2-spot, 3-spot up pretty quick. It is a homer-friendly ballpark and an unbelievable ballpark, but it is a good park to hit in. So if you get 2 or 3 guys on and bang one up in the air, you got a chance to get a 3-run homer pretty quick. So, they fought, as you knew they would. I wouldn't expect anything less from them.
Just to your left, Coach.
Hey, Coach, last night ORU left 10 guys on base, couldn't really seem to get the big hit, and they seem to get a lot of them today. Were you surprised they came out offensive like that? Maybe get a sense after getting shut out first time all year that
well, the dude pitching against them, from what I could see, was throwing gas and throwing good gas. And trying to hit 95 miles an hour well located isn't easy any day. And so I think last night a guy went on the mound and basically took the mound in his home ballpark and pitched one heck of a game. And that was that game. Today, as I said, new day, and they did a great job. So, I think you get to this point in the season, you don't really drag the previous game along with you a whole lot. You've learned by this point in the year you can't do that. So, like I said, compliments to them. They came out and did a great job.
Down here to the right.
Josh, would you like to see replay implemented in the regional round?
I would. I think if we had it last week and we'll have it next week and the week after, I don't know why you don't have it this week. Logically, right? These games are no less important than next week's games, because if you don't win these, you don't get to play those. So I would hope that comes soon. Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Right in front.
Josh, during your streak to get here, 6-game winning streak, starting pitching was something you guys could really rely on, and here for you, it just wasn't quite the same. Is that just a difference in a week, or?
I think some of the tread on the tires was burned so hard to get here. I think the kids just gave us amazing guts to get here. Blake Battenfield was nails the last 6 weeks of the year, pitching with courage and tenacity and toughness, and might have been just a hair, out of juice yesterday. Joe the same way, but they've been awesome. I mean, Some of it's this time of year. Some of it's the opponent. It's just a number of things, John. But you're right. We would have never been here without those kids and the great starting pitching that we have had. And you know, you got to be excellent to win a regional. You never win these tournaments unless you're excellent. And then, you know, we pushed it pretty hard. We just didn't quite finish yesterday's game, which would have given us a more leveraged position. And you have to be excellent. Whoever wins this tournament will walk out of here feeling really good for next week because of the type of games it's going to take to win it.
Any more questions? Last one to the left.
Excuse me. Last night, the Arkansas coach says he didn't believe ORU's a normal 4 seed. Would you agree with that?
They're not a 4 seed. That's a joke. I mean, they're probably easily a 3, and in some cases, you know, the talent of their team, they could very well be a 2, but they're not a 4 seed. I'll assure you that. But geographically, if that's how the regionals are going to fall, and in this region, that's no, they're not a 4 seed.